Hello and welcome to my channel. In today's video, we'll see some of the tricks which will help you to work efficiently and faster in Excel. Now, the trick number 1 is about copying. We know the usual way of copying. So, if in case I want to copy the details of this first employee, so I'll just select the details of the first employee. I'll give Control C. I'll go to the sheet or the place wherever I want to paste it, and then I'm going to give the shortcut Control V. Now I want to copy the details of the second employee. I'll again come back to the sheet, copy and paste it in the other sheet which is required, which is quite tedious. So in order to avoid that, you can copy by making use of clipboard. So how do we do that? Just go with this home option. Under home, we have the clipboard. Next to that clipboard, we have the small dialog box. So just click on the dialog box. So it is showing the list that I have already copied. So I'll just clear it by clicking it clear out. So now I want the details of the first employee to be copied. So Control Shift and right arrow to select the entire data and then give the shortcut Control C. Again, I want to copy the details of this employee. Control Shift and right arrow and again give the shortcut Control C. So like this, we will copy how many our data we want that has to be copied to a different location. So you can see that I'm copying the details of the employees. Now you can see in the clipboard, these are the details that I have copied. Now I'll go to the sheet where I want to paste this data. If in case you want to paste the details of individual employee, just double click on that details whichever you want to copy. If in case you want to paste everything, place your cursor where you want the data. Just click on this paste all. So once you click on this paste all, you can see that the details of all the employees have been pasted. Now I'll close this. Now this trick number 2. The second trick is about copying the width of the column. Yes, you can copy the width of the column because you can see in the sheet 2, you can see this asterisk symbol, which means that particular cell do not have much space in order to accommodate that entry. One way is that just double click in order to accommodate the entries, or otherwise go back to the sheet where exactly you copied, give the shortcut Control C, and now come back to the sheet where you want to where you want to copy the column with, just give the shortcut Alt ESW. So I'm giving the shortcut Alt ESW and then give OK. So you can see the column width has been exactly copied. Now next we will move on to trick number 3. Now trick number 3 is about removing duplicates. So you can see in this range of data there are details of some employees which has been repeated. So in order to remove duplicates, you can either select the range of data or just place your cursor within the data. Now go with this data option. Under data, you can go with this remove duplicates. So once you click on this remove duplicates, so this particular dialog box will appear and you need to select which particular column has to be checked. Is it employee name, the joining date or the resignation date? As of now, I want to check only the employee name and then give OK. So once I give OK, so automatically the duplicate values gets removed and a message will pop up like how many duplicates value were found and wrong. So just give OK. So next we will move on to the next trick, which is trick number 4. So trick number 4 is about inserting chart. Now usually how do we insert chart? We will go with this insert and then we will select the chart type we will require. Now instead of doing that, what you can do, I'll just select the range of data and then give the shortcut key F11 and that will help you to insert the chart. Okay, so now you can see that the chart has been inserted in a new sheet. So if in case you want to insert that particular chart in the same sheet, which is the chart sheet, just you can copy and paste it or you can cut and copy. So I'll just give Control X to cut and then go with the copy option and Control V to paste. So that will bring up the chart in the current sheet. That is the first way of moving the chart. Or the second way is that I'll go to the chart. So this is the chart area which has already been inserted. Just give the shortcut Alt JCV. So just give Alt JCV and that will bring up this particular chart. As of now, it is there in a new sheet, which is chart 5. If in case you want to move a different sheet, just click on this object in and select the sheet. As of now, I want it in this chart sheet. Select the chart and then give OK. So once you give OK, so the chart will be moved. So now I'll just resize this. Now next trick is again regarding chart itself. Now what I wanted to do is that I want to remove this details of March 21 from this chart. You can see March 21 is appearing here. Now how do we do that usually? So we will delete the chart, again select the data and insert a new chart. So rather than doing that, what you can do, so just select the chart. Once you select the chart, you can see the borders around the chart will appear. Now just move the cursor at the end. You can see that the shape of the cursor will change to the two-headed arrow. Now just drag up in order to remove that data. So I'm just dragging up in order to remove the data. You can see towards my right hand side the details are changing. So similarly, if you want to include the detail, just drag down. So if you don't want this operating profit, just drag towards left hand side. So that will remove operating profit. Now we will move to the next trick. So next trick is about highlighting numbers. Now usually what happens, especially if in case you are working in auditing, your calculation and the calculation as per your client should tally. Now often what might happen is that instead of using the formula, they might enter something manually. So in this case, you can see if I double click, you can see there is a formula, but for the second entry, if I double click, there is no formula. 1200 has been typed manually. So in this case, it's fine. I have a small set of data, but if you have huge set of data, then you might have to check it out. So in order to check out, just select the range of data and then give the shortcut Ctrl G. That will bring up this go to dialog box. Now go with this special option and now go with this constant option. So once you click on this constant option and then give OK. So once you give OK, it will highlight the list of numbers which has been typed manually. In this case, there has been only one value. So in order to show you the difference, I'll just type one more value. So now quickly I'll select the range of data. I'll give the shortcut Ctrl G, go with this special option and go with this constant and then give OK. So once I give OK, you can see these two numbers which have been highlighted are manually typed. And we will move on to the next trick, which is about repeating the last action. Now usually the shortcut to undo is Ctrl Z and to redo is Ctrl Y. Okay. Now what I want to copy my previously applied setting or previously done thing. Now how do I do that? For example, I'll go with this home. I'll make this bold. I'll apply fill color. Okay, I'll apply fill color. Okay, now the last action I have done is applying fill color, which is green. So again, I'll go to the next column. Instead of again going to home and selecting the fill cover, you can just give the shortcut F4. So I'm just giving the shortcut. So it is copying my previous action, which is about applying the fill color. Also note, it will only copy the previous action that whatever you have done. Initially, I made it bold, that has not been copied. Alright. So next we will move on to the next shortcut or next trick, which is about highlighting cell. See, if you are having a huge worksheet and if you want to move around cell like let's say F200, F205 or something like that, it becomes difficult for you to scroll down and search. So instead of that, what you can do, just give the shortcut Ctrl G again. You can see this reference part here. Now just type the cell address where you want to move. Now I want to move to F maybe 256 and then give OK. So once you give F256, you can see it is taking me to that particular cell exactly. So next we will move on to the next trick, which is about freeze spans option. Now usually what happens is that if I have huge set of data, if I scroll up, you can see the header is been moving up. Now what I want this header to stay there itself, only the detail should move on. So if that is the case, just place your cursor, like in this case I want only this first row to be freezed. That means it should stay on the top. So just place the cursor below that and give the shortcut Alt WFF. So that's it. It's freeze spans option. Now I'm moving upside. You can see that the column 1 is staying on the top because of freeze spans option. So in order to remove freeze spans, again give the shortcut Alt WFF, and that will actually remove the freeze spans. So next shortcut is getting the number automatically, in the sense I have already typed the number from 1 to 7. In this case also there are numbers 1 to 7. Now what happens usually if in case I delete this row, in order to delete this row, just select the row and give the shortcut Control minus to delete the row. Now what's happening? 4 has been deleted, but after 4 I have 5 here. But towards my right hand side, after 3 I have 4 again, which means the number has been replaced. This is possible only if you make use of a row function. So in this case I made use of row function. If in case you want to start automatically with the number 1, just start up with row. Just open brackets and close brackets and then press enter. So that will automatically give you number 1. So just click and drag down. So now what happens? I'll just delete this row. So Control minus, you can see again the number has been replaced. Now the next trick is about applying filter. Now applying filter, the one way is that you can go with this data and then apply filter. Or the second way is that just give the shortcut Alt DFF. So that will bring up the filter. You can see there is a drop down, which means filter has been applied. So if you want to remove the filter, again the shortcut is Alt DFF. So once you do that, the filter gets removed. And that concludes this video. Hope this video is helpful for you. And if you're watching my channel for the first time, do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Also click on the bell icon for further updates.